Hey, welcome back to the final nine of MVP Open at Heider's Hike. This is Justin Anderson. I'm here with Dallas Trower. Say hi to the people, Dallas.
Hi to the people, Dallas. What's happening, everybody?
So we have a pretty tight battle here. Currently, I'm in the lead at 11 down. I have a 3-stroke lead on Lewis Nava and a 4-stroke lead on Shaun Kirk, and we have some people heating up on the second card here. So it's going to be a battle all the way down to the end, and Dave's just really. I mean, as that course goes on, man, you're in the grind and you can see it. You'll see the wheels fall off here, but it's gonna be a good watch.
Yeah, Dane, 3 up there. Could have easily been 3 down. Same with Shaun, man. He had a couple of unfortunate rollouts that front 9. Let's see him pick it up on the back 9.
And we start off here on hole 10. Pretty tricky par 4. This averaged over par for the 2 rounds, so it just kind of shows that the 420 feet is no joke. Looks like I missed my shot, but I'll tell you right now, spoiler alert, I am not in a good spot.
Yeah, Lewis looked like he is in a good spot. That's where you want to be here on this hole. Just like Dane, finish to the right, stay in the middle of the hill. Don't mess with the Mando far down on the left, and just hope to give yourself a good clean shot to the pin on the second.
That mid-range shot from Shaun, maybe I should take lessons on because I attack it with a fastest that gives you these terrible kicks, like right here, and Colin's following me and showing you that I don't really have a lot. Oh man, playing pinball with my disc there.
That's awesome. That was 4 trees. 5.
So I'm definitely racking up throws here. Everyone's just watching me, the leader of the tournament, kind of just throwing it away.
That's what
But that's
happened.
Dave's for you.
Oh, Dane from a knee, probably going to try a little. Oh, he's keeping it straight forehand. Okay, that's looking good. Great shot. He's going to have himself probably inside the circle's edge for birdie.
And if you guys haven't already watched the first round, go back, watch that hot disc golf coverage. There's 3 guys shooting, 10, 30 golf, and really just shows you the beauty of this course.
Yeah, if you haven't watched the first round, definitely hit pause right now. Go watch that first round and come back and continue this.
Here I am trying to save that double bogey. So I got myself into a lot of trouble and dug myself a pretty good hole and, just giving strokes back to the guys that are chasing me.
Oh, man, that's tough. You started so hot. I mean, at least you have some birdies to kind of give back in a sense, but yeah, that's a tough one here on hole 10.
And Lewis and Shaun both had long 3 looks here. Oh, and Shaun hits a dead center. That's a scary putt on the elevated basket. If you miss it left or right, you're 35 coming back.
Let's go, Dane. Attaboy. That's a big 3 there. That's a good 3. Yeah, I'd be fist pumping too, bud.
Yeah, Dane, following up the round of his life on coverage back-to-back can be hard to do, but really he's throwing some good shots.
Yeah, he definitely had the reverse camera jitters the first round. First time ever on film. Knocked out a top 10 player in the world straight out of the tournament. He did big things, and it was fun to watch. I'm glad it was on camera.
Yeah, round 1 it was definitely Dane versus Goliath. That's what I'm calling it. But nice putt by Shaun, getting 3 strokes on me right there.
Dude, hole 11. This hole is so short and so hard. And I was so surprised, actually, not to see anybody throw the backhand Hyzer off the tee pad first round.
Yeah, like you saw a couple forehands, and Shaun's going to show you the local route here, which I'm going to go with too. I think it's the easiest by far.
Oh, yeah. It was funny that as the summer came in, the hole got smaller. And Shaun told Dave, like, hey, man, this Hyzer's getting a little small. And next thing you know, Dave comes out to shotgun and a box of shells, and voila, there's a new hole to throw a Hyzer through. So there you go, just like that.
Course maintenance by Dave, definitely making it easier for us. I go a
Yeah.
little long and down the hill, but that's a pretty common play on the Hyzer.
Dane probably going to bang this. This is probably where he made it the first round, that sweet death putt. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding.
And he said that right before he did it. He said, "See if I can do it twice," and then left himself probably a 40-foot downhill putt, which Lewis is staring down right now.
Oh, he's laid it up.
Yeah,
I was gonna bet that he was gonna run that. And I would have lost.
yeah, he got scared.
Yeah, Dane shows you what happened right there when you run it and miss. You just sail down the hill. This is
Yeah,
your
and here I
putt
am.
back for.
This is for bird. I got a Hyzer around the tree, and I just blow it by high right. But definitely a tricky putt. And if you hit any metal, it's pretty common to end up past where you put it for.
All right, makes a huge bogey putt. Yeah, Shaun's in that tricky spot. Tree's right in his way. Oh no! Hey, goal right through the legs. Doesn't touch anything.
Yeah, he got megged, but just when you're fighting for a tournament and you're one stroke back, and you got to try and make something happen. And unfortunately, the hole is you got a lot of danger, and he got the roll away.
Yeah, you could see the just look of defeat there. He pitches up, knows like, what's the point of running this? Just get the bogey and move on.
Right, and uh, you saw Lewis, kind of looking smart after laying that last one up because he got one back on Shaun, and he's only one back for me. So it's definitely going to be a battle. And we're going into hole 12, which is the second par 4 on the course. Another one. Don't let that 420 fool you. This is a dangerous hole with a super tight gap, probably for the first 300 feet. It's this one played over par as well for the 2 rounds. So definitely a challenging par 4.
Yeah, the shot is to just yet again throw as straight as you possibly can, whether it's forehand or backhand. The hallway is maybe 15 feet wide, and you got to continue that the whole way for, like you said, 300 feet or so before it opens up.
So I kind of blocked the view. I just blast the PD2 down there on a forehand and try and get that eagle look, but I hit a tree halfway, maybe past halfway, and kicked left into the woods.
Dane, little high. Man, if that wasn't so high, he might have been looking at another eagle putt like from first round.
Yeah, and there's Shaun
Shaun.
kind of showing you the textbook backhand Hyzer flip with maybe, I think he throws a rock there, but just shows great control down the fairway.
Oh, you don't see that often. Forehand roller from Lewis.
Yeah, and it just kind of shows what kind of jail he was in and what you have to deal with once you make it down the fairway towards the basket.
That's looking perfect. The little smash down Firebird overstable cup forehand roller. I bet Shaun's over there having a putt. That was a good line.
Yeah, he definitely got himself a good look, and the forehand roller is a pretty popular play on this just because it. Oh my goodness, I forgot this happened.
I bet you he did that on purpose. That's the kind of shots that Lewis does. Like, he did that on
Oh my
purpose.
god, that kills me, and it kind of showed how lucky you can get sometimes at Dave's and get away with it.
Okay, so Dane was down there. Here's a putt for a bird. He could finish this tournament 3 down on this hole if he makes that.
Which is super impressive, by the way. I definitely double bogeyed this the first round, so challenging hole.
No, count it.
Yeah, just
More
the
big.
luck. It's really hard to capitalize on a putt like that after something extremely lucky happens. So good job for Lewis to just kind of move on from lucky kick and bang the putt.
That wasn't luck. He did that on purpose, and that's why he made the putt. That's the stuff Lewis does, and we got to accept it.
Yeah, and there's Shaun after that forehand roller. Nice wide open look. You saw me miss high left with the birdie. Not what you couldn't see was I had to throw an Annie spin putt from a straddle. Just one of those, you're 25 feet away from a basket, but you just got to weave around some trees. But Shaun bounces back from the bogey and gets one back on the leader and definitely continues to battle, even though he's had some ups and downs.
Yeah, it's good to see him picking up here late in the round. We're coming into the home stretch. Got to start picking up birdies to finish this round off. The rest of the holes are basically all birdie holes, minus maybe hole 14, because, that's always the hardest hole of the course. But you got to definitely start getting lots of birdies right now. Hole 13, the double Mando. The hardest double Mando besides, I don't know, hole 1. I think this one plays harder than hole 1. It's easier to make. Shaun's just going to pipe a judge right down the middle. That's what he does. Perfect shot.
And that was definitely a clutch drive, especially with me leading by 1 and Lewis tied at that point. Just this hole is so much harder than hole 1. You're just staring at the double Mando tree, and you see Lewis. I don't think he missed it, but he's not in a good spot.
It looked like he hit both trees of the Mando. He probably did it on purpose. Man, you think we're playing the par 4 there? He went a little bit long. It's looking good.
Yeah, I definitely committed to that Anheuser with the overstable FT3, and trying to not do what Dane just did. But it's pretty easy to do when you're tired and that double Mando just seems to shrink on you.
Yeah. Dane was just so excited to make this lead card, go back-to-back camera cards. So he's probably worn out and exhausted. He thought he had a chance to win, and now he's just struggling to get back to even. So hopefully he gets a couple more birdies here and finishes his round out strong.
Right, and now you're just seeing what happens when you get off the fairway. You've seen from a knee forehand rollers, rollaways, just shows you how hard this course is. And, everybody's tired at this point and trying to battle for the win here.
That's
oh, my God.
Let's go. Lewis with more big putts. Justin with not a big putt. That was your comebacker for birdie downhill.
Yeah, that was like 45.
You blew past it. Dane, you can't do that.
And I felt bad for Dane.
Like I said,
just a lot of ups and downs.
Just
one day Shaun will putt.
Boy. I hope he jumps.
He's like, should I go? Just dunk it like Blake Griffin.
He had such a huge putt on it the first round after that was during his birdie stretch. So yeah, it's a little disappointing to get a double there.
And just like that, we're tied at the top here. Shaun, quietly gets that park job birdie while everyone else kind of plays in the woods. So here's a replay of that awesome throw.
Yeah, it's the backhand is such a hard throw here because there's trees on the right that if you Hyzer flip it too much, you're just going to be kicking. And I think the play is definitely the mini forehand flex just right through it. But yeah, he piered it.
So that brings us into the hardest hole on the course, hole 14. Shaun's going to show you the route, just something nice and straight down the middle of the fairway, and hopefully you don't hit any trees and have a hard putt at the end.
Yeah, fairway driver, mid-range. So yeah, that's what happens here. You just want to throw it, miss that tree to the left, and let it go straight, fade late.
You could tell by my body English on that one. It was just like, the frustrated kick at the end, and man, just wow. Look at Lewis. I forgot he did that, but
he did
being 2 back off the lead, crushed it.
He parked it the first round too. Same exact shot. Like if you blind those up on replay, they would look like the identical shot.
All right, Dane and I are kicking in the left over here, kind of bothering the card behind us, playing the hole, and we're not in an easy spot here, so we're definitely making this hole way harder.
Yeah, this is definitely some of that no man's land where if you get a 3, you're excited. A 3 at this point is a birdie, and you got a great little kick there. It looks like to leave you a putt.
Yeah, I was kind of throwing a prayer out there with an ante with a forehand with the FD, and I think I just I barely clipped the tree and got a nice kick forward. I would have had a farther putt, but this one definitely got me a good spot.
Lewis, little 40-foot comebacker, probably hit the fence and stayed right there. This is straight uphill. That basket's 12 feet ahead of him, above him. So that's a tough putt there.
Yeah, that putt has a lot of rollaway potential, but being two back, he's running that. So, and you can see where I ended up. You can't tell I'm putting through branches, but I definitely got a fortunate putt here.
Yeah, that's actually a really good putt. It looked like it's right there, but it's not right there. That was at least 25 feet, straddling through the stuff, elevated basket. Yeah, that was a great par save. Ooh, Shaun sneaking it into low left. Count it.
Ooh, Dane. Yeah, with Shaun's, we didn't realize he had gone that far past the basket on his upshot, and we all thought he was parked. And then he probably was actually outside of my disc, but no one had any idea. And definitely a death putt coming back. So good putt by Shaun. Unfortunate for Lewis, but he threw a T-bird off the tee. So anytime you throw that 7-speed, you can just carry the hill perfect and almost go OB long.
Yeah, that's definitely the problem with a fairway there. It's better to just throw a super slow mid that stands up and just fades at the very end. Hole 15, we're coming into the first of the fence holes. In the fence, all out of bounds. Don't land in the fence. You have to clear the creek. It's a little slight turnover like Shaun's showing you here. That's the problem. You hit a branch and you're in that fence. OB.
So, we're tied for the lead and I'm following him. This is my time to make a move here. And I just throw my trusty FD3 on a forehand blast and I get up in there for a putt.
Yeah, Shaun's going to be heading to the drop zone. It's not an easy drop zone, but it's fair. And Lewis, yeah, see ya. Have fun getting that. That's going to the drop zone too.
And Dane trying to save the card here, see if we can get two in bounds. Looks like a really good shot, just Hyzered out right into the fence. Definitely a tricky hole, and the drop zone, there's no way you're getting a par unless you throw it in ooh, good run.
That was a pretty good shot there. You got the bowling pins and the carpet for the drop zone.
Yeah, it's a fun drop. I mean, it's never fun to be at a drop zone, right? But it's a pretty fun shot, and with that backstop, you can give it a pretty good run.
Oh, Dane, that's what you cannot do. Yeah, he gets to take it where it was last in bounds. He doesn't have to rethrow from the drop zone. Yeah, it's actually no. You're correct. It is a fun drop zone. It's just a shot that you're like, man, I could do this, and it makes you really execute to save that 4.
Yeah, and then I'm fortunate to be able to putt. I was in the blackberries up to the left, but I could straddle around those trees and get two on Shaun and Lewis.
Oh my goodness, these last 3 holes have been rough for Dane. He just went double, double, triple. Sounds like an order in and out, but it's not, folks. He needs to get some birdies.
Yeah, and Lewis just kind of started slipping the last couple of holes too. He was right up in there at the start of the back 9. But hole 16, another fence hole, like you said. They altered the tee pad to kind of make the back end easier, but you just want to clear the fence, clear that little pavilion, and try and dunk it in there for the ace.
Yeah, this one, it's a dealer's choice. You can go off the front of that tee pad or the new side of that tee pad. You just do not want to land in the fence. Shaun throws the perfect shot, a little mid-range turnover up the hill. He's going to have a nice tap in for bird there.
Looks like Lewis is taking the new tee pad. I still think it's harder to park it with the new tee pad because your disc is coming out on such a big hyzer, but he just caught the branches halfway, and he's going to have that death putt from the drop zone.
Man, I wish you didn't know what happened because I want to bet if he makes it or not from the drop zone because this drop zone is no joke. It's just straight downhill, 45 foot of death.
Yeah, it's a really fun putt, but it's so hard, and he gets that Tony Hawk off the top of the basket.
You run it, you hit it off the top, and it's another one of those sail moments.
Yeah, and this is not the hole you want to be looking at a double bogey on, but it can happen that fast.
And that could roll. Okay, it doesn't. That could have been a 5, 6, 7 right there. That rollout could have been nasty. Oh, what? I wish we
Yeah,
had
we
a
really hadn't
replay
seen
on
that
that. That
yet.
thing grabbed a nub, wanted to rip in, and then slowly fell out. Nice little bird. Nice bird.
Yeah, it's never easy following that up either, because I didn't think it was a bad putt that Dane did. It just kind of got an unfortunate spit out, and
it was.
You got to follow it up.
Right, but yeah, it still probably should have stayed. That was a weird one. These baskets, they're new and they've been a great upgrade to the course. So I've been loving them. That was definitely one of the weirder things I've seen on him so far. Hole 17, that it's almost a mandatory forehand. I feel like the people who throw the backhand are just so impressive because the camera doesn't show it. This hill is sloping very much left to right, and it just plays better for the forehand. If you don't hit that backhand, it's down the hill left, and you're never going to it.
So I kind of skipped up the hill to a spot I've never been before, and Shaun kind of seizes the opportunity and throws a good hyzer flip with that backhand into the circle.
Yeah, Dane had an absolute park job the first round here. Just saws it off, doesn't get it flat. I know Lewis is going to do probably a backhand roller or something silly just to blow my mind.
I think at this point, he's having obviously a really bad round for his standards, and he's just kind of getting me off the course with 2 holes to play.
Yeah, I could see that. He doesn't have his normal Lewis on him. He's definitely just trying to finish up and start driving back to Portland.
And here I am with a 45-footer. I tried to give it a respectable run without blowing too far past it.
Yeah, because if that misses, that could definitely just keep going down that hill and roll out again. So 3 is all right. Shaun capitalizing on third.
Yeah, and he's within 1 now. So that's kind of what I was thinking, where if I ran that putt too hard, I don't want to give him another stroke and be tied going into the last hole.
Yeah, look at that. 1-stroke lead going into 18.
Yeah, it's a battle. And just like Shaun always says, you can never give up at Dave's because there are just so many strokes to be taken from someone on 1 hole. So it's a fight to the end, and Shaun's got the box, and he needs to really force the issue with just being 1 off the lead here. And
I hope he got
the final hole here. Yeah, Shaun's I've seen him hit 50-foot putts to cosplay or to win tournaments on this hole, and it's just a straight shot, hyzer flip with a straight disc or a force over with a overstable, and hopefully you hit your gap. And you can't really tell from that angle because we were hiding it, but he's parked it. So I had the pressure on here for.
What did you throw there? A little guardian lion?
I went razor claw. I switched it up and kind of threw the anti-flex. You couldn't really tell from the camera angle, but we both parked it. So kind of it's a weird feeling because, I haven't beat Shaun in a tournament at his course, and I thought I finally pulled it off. So kind of a lot of emotions walking up, and then everybody else is standing there. It's kind of a crazy story, but I'll let it unfold here.
Opportunity to star frame, yeah. Dane's the farthest out, and he's 12 feet, 15 feet. That was a good little finishing hole here.
Yeah, so we were all probably the same distance, and I'm like, I'll just go. This is for the win, right? And I think I won, and all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, check the live score. And I was like, what are you talking about? And man, someone from the second card, Eric Henderson, was tearing it up, and he wasn't even done with the course yet. And we're sitting tied. So just kind of crazy to think that I just won my first tournament of the year, and all of a sudden they're like, hold up.
Yeah,
you just hit it. Yeah, and they're like, he just hit a 60-foot birdie putt on one to tie you, and I'm like, no way. And see right there, Eric Henderson catches fire, was 7 down through 17 holes. So this is him to actually win the tournament past the basket on a hole 2.
Oh man, I wonder if he knew it at that time that was for the win.
He did know. Because everybody was standing there, and we're all like, where's your drive at, dude? And he's like, oh, I almost aced it. And then we get to his drive, and he's like 45 long, putting back at 2, which is pretty tough to do.
Oh, so, playoff.
Yeah.
Doing the hole 1 for the playoff, which I heard that Eric birdied with the forehand roller first or second.
Crazy. And I remember he goes first because of the hot round, and just watch him, and he's sitting there warming up the forehand roller, and I'm like waiting for him to just like turn and throw the backhand. And man, he pimped it for his birdie before the playoff.
That is so crazy. That's awesome shot. Yeah, you just throw it and hope that you know that the disc is going to do what it's supposed to at that point.
And it was a really tough shot, and he hit a tree, and he's pretty far back. And I thought I threw a really good drive and had a putt for birdie. Kind of a weird playoff, just because, half the tournament knew there was a playoff, half the tournament didn't. And you can kind of tell Eric and I are both stressing out over these couple holes here.
Yeah, I'm getting in my car right there leaving. I didn't even know you guys already threw your drives on the playoff.
Oh, yeah. And so I'm looking for my drive down by the basket now, thinking that I have a putt for birdie, when, man, they're like, oh, yeah, you hit a tree and you're 100 feet away.
Oh, no. That's terrible.
So, yeah, and I definitely didn't want to go to hole 2 with Eric because he's a superb forehand player. So it's kind of one of those things where once I saw his drive didn't get into birdie zone, I was just hoping to end it right here on hole 1.
Oh, no. You went walking to the basket, and he just points back. No, you're back here, bud. Oh.
Yeah, the gallery was like, oh, sorry, dude, you hit a tree late.
Oh, man. At this point, you guys should just be like, all right, let's pick up, go to hole 2.
Yeah, just a couple layups here.
Definitely.
Yeah. Just actually, it's kind of a tricky layup if you land at a bad angle, because you could easily roll long or down the hill.
Yeah, right behind it is out of bounds, 15 to 20 feet. So, yeah, you think you could lay it up, hit the new wood pile, stand up, roll out of bounds, and you just lost the tournament thinking you laid up.
Yeah, and like I said, not wanting to go to hole 2 with Eric. He's a very good forehand player, and he has the box, so he can put all the pressure on me right now.
Yeah, this is right in Eric's wheelhouse. Just a little 250-foot flick. Keep it on that left. Skip it into the basket. Kind of saws it off, hits a tree, and goes to the right.
Yeah, he had a lot of steam on that throw and definitely got a pretty hard kick to the right. It's going to be kind of funny where it ended up, but this is my opportunity right here. You can tell I got those sweaty hands trying to dry it off and throw a good shot.
Yeah, I definitely just heard the door open, and here's the opportunity to win. Looks like he threw a pretty good drive.
Yeah, I put the pressure on him, and then I found his drive, and it went underneath his tent. This is his own tent right here, and it played perfect where he could just stand against the tent, and it's like the perfect lie for where his disc ended up.
Jeez, I haven't even seen a tent at Dave's in a few years, and the one time there decides to be a tent, Frisbee finds its way underneath it.
And it was his own tent.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, so he's got a pretty tricky shot here, stifled by his own tent, and you could tell it was just not an easy shot. And here he is again. He's got a safe par because I'm really not that far away from the basket. And then he just gets the unfortunate roll away.
Game over. See ya. You just pitch up. I
pitched up high at the basket too, so there wasn't any shot rolling away.
All right, good win.
Now I can finally say I won.
That was a mental roller coaster. Thinking you won, all of a sudden you're tied. Thinking you're parked, not parked. So that was good that you ended the roller coaster with the win.
Yeah, big ups to Eric. That's pretty hot second round, and thank you for calling, for being out there. Thank you everyone for watching. If you haven't already, go like and subscribe to CH Sports YouTube channel, and I hope everyone loved the coverage of Heider's Hike. If you get the opportunity, definitely go out and check the course out. It's a hidden gem.
Yeah, Dave and Amy, they're awesome people. They couldn't be more nice. They want everybody to come out. Man, we'll show up there at 6 a.m. We show up there at 6 p.m. and they're just always cool people to be around. So definitely check it out.
All right. Hope everyone enjoyed the round, and I'll see you on the next one.
Later, guys.